Welcome to my channel, AquaStarGoddess. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notifications each and every time I upload a new video, and certainly smash the like button. Now, I know I made this video yesterday, but guess what? Gotta do it again because my video yesterday was so horribly interrupted, so horribly disrupted that I cannot even do it. Like, I gotta make a new video. I gotta make a new fucking video, okay? Because yesterday's video was so horribly destructive and so horribly disrupted that I can't even do it. So I'm here today again to talk about the same thing that I talked about yesterday, which was the importance of knowing or having your astrological natal chart reading, how important it is and why it's important for you, me, for everybody. So, let's get into this. Hold on one second. I gotta wipe you guys off because y'all looking dusty. You're looking dusty. So, okay. So I have been looking at my natal chart, right, guys? And I've been finding some key information, some key details that sometimes I wonder how much things would be different if I had known this information long, long ago, okay? So I have been on a mission to inform you guys of the importance of having your natal charts broken down, having those natal chart readings done, and really having a real good understanding of who you are based on your astrological placements, okay? So I want to share with you guys this video today because I think based on the information that I'm gathering just about my own natal chart, natal information, and astrological placements, I just really feel like it is something that we have to stop pretending is this demonic thing, it's this evil thing, when the most powerful people in the world use these modalities so that they can continue to stay in power, right? So yesterday I did come on live and I did break down some of my astrological placements just to help you guys get an understanding. Can I make a heart? There's hearts in my eyes, okay? But anyway, I want you guys to just get an understanding of the type of information that you can gather or that you can gain or that you can get from your natal chart. And this is really necessary because some of you are doing things like maybe you're playing it small, or maybe you are, you know, feeling sad, down, and depressed because you're really not following your purpose based on what you should be doing in life. Because, you know, the world around you could be telling you something different, right? The world around you could be telling you you need to humble yourself. The world around you could be telling you you're not good enough for this, you're bad, you're not good enough for that. But then when you get into your natal chart, you will see that you have placements that are actually really powerful and that can actually support your journey to, you know, reaching your purpose and your life's goals. So today, I want to go over some placements in my chart just to give you guys an understanding of the type of information that you can gather in your natal chart to hopefully help you guys to see the importance of getting your natal chart readings broken down and getting an astrologer to look at those for you, look at your placements, and to start actually using astrology for your betterment, you know, for your process in life, okay? All right, so yesterday I pulled up a stellium. So apparently I have multiple stelliums in my natal chart, and a stellium is basically where you have 3 or more planets either in the same sign or in the same house, and they're all working as an energetic engine. Now, a stellium means that this is something that it's going to be really important for you, and most likely this is where you are going to be gaining mastery in this life, okay? So let's talk about an Aquarius stellium, which I do have, and it says, this is my core destiny. Hello from Turkey, how are you? So this is a sign stellium, okay? So I have an Aquarius sign stellium, and what it says for this is that what this stellium means. Aquarius stelliums are rare and powerful. You know, at the end of the day, some of you guys have these placements. Some of you have powerful, important, rare placements, and you think that you're regular. You're operating as if you are a regular, degular, and you are actually kind of a big deal, right? And if you are to get your reading and it tells you about how much of a big deal you are, you might actually start walking around life like the big deal that you are. But because you've been told that your astrology is demonic and only the devil worshipers, you know, use those modalities, you are being blocked away from a part of you that, if broken down for you and laid out for you, could really help you to expand into your actual purpose. I feel like there's a lot of people around this life, walking around this life, just completely unhappy about life, just completely unable to feel fulfilled in life because you don't know that you're actually a fucking superstar, right? And you're operating in basic bitch energy, and you ain't no basic bitch, right? So that means you're not fulfilling your purpose because you're not rising to the occasions that you should be rising to, because you should be much bigger, right? So let's move a little bit further. So the Aquarius stelliums are rare and powerful. Some of you guys have these very important, powerful placements in your natal chart, and you don't even know how powerful you are. So this makes you a pattern disruptor, a translator of future concepts. That means that I'm bringing information from the future to now, right? Someone who sees systems before others do. So that means I see things, I see patterns, and I see systems of, you know, things are built up before others do, which means that I am really good at seeing how, you know, this piece of an element that could be impacting other people's lives or a group of people in a certain way, okay? Emotionally independent but socially impactful. You're not meant to, hold on, it says you're not meant to follow emotional scripts. You're not meant to play traditional relational roles. You're not meant to stay small or private for long. So that means I'm supposed to go big. I'm supposed to go hard or go home, right? I'm supposed to be big. I'm supposed to be going for the big apple, right? Meanwhile, in this world, people tell me, oh, you need to humble yourself, right? And so sometimes we fall into those, oh, you need to humble yourself, because we think that we're offending the world somehow. But in the reality, right? In reality, sometimes you got to offend the world in order to bring about the beautiful gifts that you have been imparted upon to bring into this current time and space, okay? Now, this stellium explains why people project onto you. You're ahead of your time. Your ideas land before people are ready. You feel different even when you're liked. This is authority through insights, not hierarchy. So when I come to you guys and I talk to you on this channel, it is never about me being above you, right? It's about me sharing the information. It's about me sharing the insights. It's about me helping you to see something that maybe you can't see, right? Sometimes when you're too close to the problem, you can't see it. You can't see the issues. You can't see all the issues and all the points and all the milestones that aren't met, right? So now let's move forward, because we have also to look at the 5th house stellium. This is a house stellium. It's visible plus visibility plus creation plus magnetism, okay? Once again, I want to be clear. The reason why I wanted to make this video, and the reason why I'm remaking this video today, even though I made it yesterday, is because I want the information to come through very clear and concise for you guys. I want you guys to understand how important it is for you to actually start taking your natal and astrology seriously. I want you to take it seriously, your natal charts. I want you to take your astrology placements and your astrological placements and your astrological readings. I want you to take that seriously, because to me, this is a way in which we can all find the power within ourselves so that we can move in our own lanes, right? Because I think that there's sometimes we find that there's a lot of people moving outside of their alignment, right? They're moving outside of their lane. And then sometimes people have issues and they feel sometimes even jealousy for others, because at the end of the day, babes, you're not even in your own lane, right? So we can all get in our own lane and operate how we're supposed to operate. Then we can actually, you know, oil this machine up and actually get this motherfucker on the road, right? Because at the end of the day, we need to get this motherfucking machine on the road. And I think that we are missing a multitude of opportunities by one, thinking that we're bigger than a program sometimes. Two, by either downplaying or overplaying ourselves, overplaying our part or downplaying our parts, right? Or four, rather. Operating in a space that we're not actually naturally meant to operate in based upon our natal chart's placements and what we are actually here to accomplish in this lifetime. So let's take a look at the 5th house stellium. It's a house stellium. Okay. Now this one says what this means. So this 5th house stellium with Sun, Mercury, and Venus says, what's this mean? It says your life force is meant to be seen, expressed, created from joy and authenticity, right? So this is one of the reasons why you'll always see me operating in authenticity, or I will say I operate in my authenticity. At the end of the day, like even yesterday, my estranged, almost ex-husband was making a lot of attempts to kind of come on the video and just kind of like disrupt the flow of the video in a way to be like, oh, let me expose something. But at the end of the day, I don't got no problem talking about my problems. Like, I don't got no problem telling life and telling y'all or telling whatever I want to share, right? But at the end of the day, I also have a right to my fucking privacy. If I don't want to share some shit, I don't want to fucking share it. But I don't have an issue with sharing my truth. That's not the issue here, right? So creating from joy and authenticity is just kind of how I move. That I just move about life like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is the house of creativity, performance, romance, self-expression, and magnetic presence. It explains why attention finds you. It explains why people fixate romantically or creatively. It explains why your voice and presence matter more than credentials. This is creative authority, not forced visibility. Now, I mentioned yesterday 2 things. One is that there was a video where there was a lady who had some sort of, she was like a practitioner of like a spiritual practitioner of some sorts. Well, on the show, they try to discredit her by asking her for her credentials. And in this current society, this patriarchal society, we've seen an uptick of, oh, you have to have a credential or you have to have a degree for this or that. Meanwhile, some people are naturally innate born with these gifts and these talents. I literally had a conversation with a lady who called herself a coach, right? She called herself like a spiritual coach or something like that. And then she got in my car and I was coaching her. So, I'm telling y'all this because sometimes the system comes in to make you feel like because you don't have this credential or this degree or that degree, that you are not valid for being who you naturally are or sharing your natural gifts and talents, right? They want you to feel dumbed down. They want you to feel like you're not that important because you don't have these credentials. And here in my natal chart, it tells me your voice and presence matter more than credentials. Literally in my natal chart, it says your voice matters more than credentials. So that's telling us that the fallacy of this system built upon credentials and degrees and all of that stuff like that, that proves that somehow you are better for the job than anybody else, right? And this is why I am so keen and why I'm so diligently expressing to you guys that I really want you guys to get inside of your natal charts so that you can have an understanding of what you are, who you are, what you're presenting, and why you're presenting these things, right? How you've come to this point. Because at the end of the day, your natal chart does a couple of things. It tells you who you are today, who you are now in this life, and who you were in a past life. Because it can your astrology can literally almost track like details about who you've been in your previous realities. I need you to understand that this is serious, right? So let's move forward. It says the creativity, this is creative authority, not forced visibility. We already know that in the hip hop industry specifically, but in the music industry, they have a tendency to force narratives, to force conversations, Hollywood and music industry. They force depictions. They forced the gangster rap culture down our throats. They forced the idea that Black people are violent and over sexualized and this and that. They forced that to us. It was all curated. Meanwhile, in my chart, it says I have creative authority, not forced visibility. I don't need to be forced. Whatever I decide to do will naturally create its own set of authority, because your voice and presence matters more than your credentials. So I'm telling you this, and this is not to toot my own horn, but this is to show you the type of information that you can get from your natal chart and why it is so important for you to get your natal chart reading and for you to get your astrological readings, so you can get an understanding of why you're here, what you're doing, what's your purpose. What can your natal placements tell you about yourself on a deeper level than what you currently know. Sometimes we know things, we know things about ourselves. Of course, I know who I am, but these are things that goes a little bit deeper. And then when you hear these things or see these things, then you're like, oh, well, that's why this and this happens for me, or that's why I do this often, or that's why I have this thing happen, or that's why it just seems easier for me. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, it seems easier for me to do certain things. And other people, when I talk about, for instance, when I started talking about manifestation, to me, it seems so easy because it's a natural thing to me. But to some people, it's like, I really have to try it this, Aqua. So I had to learn how to be better at explaining that stuff to them on a point by point basis, on a bullet point basis, because to me, it comes naturally. It's very easy, right? But to some people, it may not be as easy. So when you know this about yourself, when you know certain things, when you know you have a natural magnetic pull, okay, to you, when you know that your natal chart placement says you're magnetic, bitch, okay, motherfuckers is going to like a moth to a flame, like a goddamn magnets, honey, you are magnetized. You will magnetize energy. Right? Then you get a better understanding of how you present in the world, okay? Let's take a look for the next one. We were looking at the Scorpio power concentrations, which is not a stellium, but it is potent. So this one says, so what this means for you, it says you sense manipulation immediately. You understand power dynamics instinctively. You trigger transformation in others by just being present. That was a really important find for me, because sometimes people are triggered by me, and then sometimes they want to make me feel like it's my fault that they're triggered. And then I realize when I see this, oh, I'm just naturally going to trigger you. So it's not even that something I did. It's not something I said. It's not nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't say anything wrong. You just get triggered by me because that's who I am. I'm going to trigger you so you can transform and be a better person, so you can grow and expand. So you can go into life and do what you're actually supposed to do, as opposed to just playing it small and being around all these basics when you're not a basic, right? Hello? Attract intensity without trying. Your natal placements are going to tell you so much about yourself. You need to get your natal chart reading. So this is why people react strongly to you, control issues show up and around you, and you feel spiritual interference early. Motherfuckers be throwing hexes on me, and I'm like, why you throwing the hex on me? Excuse me. As soon as they did it, I'm like, why you hexing me? Not talking to them directly, but that's how it feels to me. It's like, why the fuck is you hexing me? Leave me alone. Because I feel that. It says that you sense manipulation immediately. You understand power dynamics and you trigger people. It also says you feel spiritual interference early. Okay? Now, I want to let you guys know, once again, this is not about me tooting my horn. This is literally just about me sharing with you, because I don't have your chart to break it down right now. I have my chart. So I can break my chart down, a couple pieces of my chart, so that you can understand the important information that you may get to help you understand, one, and to help, not only to help you understand yourself, but I think what's really important with these is that it helps you to be solid and stand 10 toes down in your truth and in your knowing. So nobody can manipulate me and say, oh, you're crazy. Nobody can manipulate me and say, oh, you're tripping. No, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. I just ain't got the proof yet. But I'm sure you'll give it to me soon. because you just can't help but tell on yourself, right? All right, moving forward. Earth access, karmic emphasis, destiny vector. So this one says what this means is your soul growth is about stability over chaos, embodiment over obsession, value over control, and peace over intensity. These are really important details because at the end of the day, sometimes we fall into traps with other people and connections and relationships and family situations. We fall into these traps not knowing that this is a part of my process. And I feel as though if you know, okay, I'm supposed to find stability over chaos, then you are going to understand that sometimes when chaos happens to you, it is an eye opener. It is to help you see, okay, this is not comfortable for me. This is not how I want to experience life. I don't want to deal with this. I want to do this instead. It's showing you the contrast in life, right? Which is really important to helping you knowing what you do want, right? When you know what you do want, you know what you don't want, okay? So let's see here. This balances your Scorpio depth and Aquarius detachment. So how these stelliums work together. This is important. Your Aquarius stellium equals vision, insight, future thinking. Fifth house stellium equals visibility, magnetism, and expression. Scorpio power, access, depth, discernment, and transformation. Together they describe someone who is destined to translate hidden or future someone whose destiny is to translate hidden or future knowledge into visible, creative, stabilized forms. So literally me sitting here and doing tarot readings with you guys or doing psychic readings with you guys is literally in my natal chart that, yeah, that's what you're that's what you're supposed to do anyway. That's just what you're supposed to do anyway. So I'm literally living in my purpose. But of course, if I go on some podcast, they might ask me, oh, do you have the credentials to be a psychic medium? Did you go to school for this? Well, first off, why the fuck do I need to go to school for something that I've been blessed with since birth? That has been passed down through generations. Why the fuck would I need to go to school for that? But this is how we allow the system to manipulate us. The system manipulates us in this way because here we are. We thinking, oh, I have to have this. I have to go to school for this. I have to get some sort of training for these things. In my natal chart, it shows that in my bloodline, there is psychic, all up and through that motherfucker. All up and through there. But if we fall too hard, if we sticking with the system, if we're just focused on that system, the system will tell you that you're wrong about what you already know, tell you that you're wrong about what you think you know, tell you that you're wrong about what you feel, and will have you all fucked up and crazy, okay? So this, once again, is why I want you guys to definitely take your natal charts seriously. Why I want you to get into your natal charts, get yourself an astrological reading. Even if you want to have a spiritual consultation with me, send me your birth stuff and then we can break it down with you guys. You know, have a conversation about it. That way you can kind of talk and, you know, because sometimes you need somebody to talk about those experiences that you've had that relate to your placements so it can integrate, because it's all about that integration too. Because sometimes we're getting information and knowledge, but we have no way to communicate, you know, our, you know, acknowledgement, our disagreements, or our confusion, or our need for further working in the mind. So we have a difficulty integrating because we haven't had that opportunity to banter, right? All right, so let's see. So that's why your teaching mechanically drains you, okay? Broadcasting perspectives energizes you. Authority works better than access. And creative containers stabilize your energy, okay? So why this can feel overwhelming early in life. Multiple concentrations means intensity from a young age, projections from others, which I was telling you guys also, listen, I make TikTok videos, right? And so sometimes when I go on TikTok, I'm talking the men come onto my comments and they project. That's all they do. All they do is project towards me. All they do is try to find ways to try to tear me down, to you know, talk bad to me, to say mean things to me. That's all they do in my comments because they are projecting. And now that I've seen and understand that it is my Aquarius stellium, that's the reason why people want to project onto me, right? That stellium causes people to do that. Because I'm naturally a pattern disruptor. I'm here to disrupt some shit anyway. I'm here to break this. I'll break all this shit up. I'm here to break all this shit up, right? I'm here to knock these tables down, bitch. Okay? I'm literally here for that. So so you can get mad all you want, bitch, but I'm here to knock this motherfucking table over, okay? So y'all get this shit together, because we got to whip this shit together real quick, right? I'm a translator of future concepts. So I'm going to bring new ideas that people are just not ready for. Like, no, you telling me that this is wrong? Nope, I can't. I've been living, my mama and my daddy and my great grandmama and my great grandfather, they all did this. So you telling me that I'm wrong and that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm going to fight you for it, right? But at the end of the day, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring the future present to the present. I'm someone who sees systems before others do, okay? So this is all really important. Guys, listen, I need you to get into your natal charts, okay? If you want to book a reading with me, then do so. Hey, Licky, how you doing? Kumari wants to know about your future health. Well, I can tell you that prevention is always better than trying to battle something once you get it. So take care of your health now, and then you don't have to worry about no future health issues. But also, based on your natal, now that's another thing. Your astrology will tell you also your health issues, health concerns. I have Aquarius placement, so circulation is number one. I be having some circulation shit going on too. So only thing I do is I eat certain foods or don't eat certain foods to help me out with my circulation. And there we go. So the same thing for you. Each astrological sign has specific health issues or health ailments to look for. Excuse me. So just keep that in mind. So let's see what else we got here. So why this can feel overwhelming in early life. I read that. They mature in phases, especially through Saturn transits. Feeling seen before you're ready, power dynamics without asking for them, right? Like I'm going through all these things. It's like when you become a superstar instantly, and now instantly everybody is trying to be in your business, and you're just like, bitch, I just need some privacy sometimes. So like I can ask for privacy, can't I? You know, so it's like that. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about your natal chart, why it's so important. The various different types of information that you can get from your natal chart. I mean, you can get a lot of information. I heard an astrologer say that you can even find out whether or not somebody has a big penis or a small penis, like a small penis or a big penis. You can find out if a girl has a loose or a tight vagina. Like you can find out a lot of details about people based on their natal charts. So I would say at this point, definitely if you guys are interested in booking or natal chart reading, just hit me up on, you can hit me up in my DMs on Facebook. Probably TikTok is going to be better though, because I've been more active on on TikTok. So hit me up in my DMs on TikTok if you want to get a natal chart reading or even a tarot reading. Then, you know, hit me up there and we can get you guys set up. I don't know what's going on my website right now because I haven't touched it. So I'll let y'all know when it's fixed. I'll let y'all know. In the meantime, I definitely want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, whether or not you tuned in today, yesterday, whether or not you are on the live or the replay. I appreciate you guys and your support so much. Please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you can get notifications each and every time I upload a video. And definitely, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right, so let's see here. Licky, what's going on? Hey, babes. Long time no see. How are you? How's life handling you? That's an interesting term. That's an interesting choice of words, isn't it? And I did it like that on purpose. How's life handling you? Okay. My birthday's tomorrow. And honestly, I am not interested in it getting ruined. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, how I'm going to make sure that my birthday is not getting ruined. Because last year my birthday was ruined. I refuse to let this year get ruined. So, yeah, we will not be having a repeat. You're just sad? Everything going on in the world? Aw. Yeah, I get it, babes. You know, life can be like that sometimes. Sometimes it can be difficult to integrate all the things that are happening. But what I would like for you to be able to do is to be able to look and see in your mind's eye things being better. And every time you create a good experience, it impacts the world. I know. You didn't think that, did you? It does. Every time you create a good moment or a good experience, a happy experience in your life, that vibration permeates through the universe and it's created and it bounces off of you and goes to some other part of the universe and creates another happy moment for somebody else. Didn't know that, did you? I'm telling you. This is why it's important for us to, as much as we can, create good moments and minimize the bad negative moments as much as we can, because we are impacting the world a lot. Hold on one second, babes. I'm going to put you down just a second. Thank you. I don't know. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure that my day isn't ruined. That's it. Because last year, my birthday was absolutely, totally ruined. And it was the worst birthday in the world. It was the worst birthday ever. So this year, I'm just protecting my peace, honestly. And just trying to make sure that my birthday isn't ruined by my estranged, almost ex-husband. So, you know, that's how that goes. Yes, I am. You're done? Great.
Am I driving?
Yeah, you can drive. I'll take another drink and drink my water when we get over there. Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow. I'm turning 20, girl. I'm turning 20, girl. You know how it be. You know. It's gonna be the last days of my 30s, but I'm turning 20, girl. You know. Seriously. Okay, bear with me one second. So yeah, well, thank you, babes, for tuning in. Hopefully, once again, you are doing well. I'm sorry that you're sad. I get it, though. There's all kind of craziness going on around the world, but, you know, all you can do is, you know, make your world a beautiful place. Because every beautiful moment you create another beautiful moment elsewhere. You know? Okay, girl. Well, I don't want to be talking to myself, so, you know. Nothing. So let me go then. I will thank you guys once again for tuning in. I don't know if I'll be going live for tarot readings, but we'll see. We'll see. I have no current plans for that at the moment. We made it to the fireworks for Gasparilla.
Almost.
No, we made it to the fireworks. I want to tell y'all something real quick. So yesterday I was like, I want to take the kids to Gasparilla. And then my estranged, almost ex-husband was like, so I was like, because the last night was for the kids. So it was for the kids yesterday, right? So I'm like, well, they're still next week, right? So next week is for the adults. And so he goes, they're going to have titties and shit. So he goes to my two sons. And obviously my daughter's in the region, you know. He goes, they're going to have bare titties out. He says, you guys don't want to go to the Gasparillas, to the adult version, because you don't want to see titties around, do you? First off, 3 teenagers, okay?
Older teenagers, not younger.
Older teenagers.
Well, Jarrell's kind of young.
Okay, my youngest is 15, almost 16 in a couple months. He goes, you guys don't want to see titties, do you? You guys don't want to see bare titties, do you? I'm looking at him like he's dumb as shit. And maybe now I'm thinking about it, maybe he was being sarcastic as hell, you know? Because no way you thought that was going to be like, oh no, we can't go see titties. They're teenagers. They all want to see titties, okay? So I thought that was a funny that I could share with you guys. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell so you can get notifications when I upload new videos. Smash the like button. And remember, get your natal chart readings, okay?